Ayo. Let's see here. What is?
Yes.
What is?
You're making a trailer of a caddy pickup, and that's about how much you left on the trailer part.
I can move more. Is that right?
Ew.
Look at that. Both of us now in view. Look how beautiful we look. Heyo. So, oh shit, I forgot something in the back. Be right back.
No.
Yes, Chaco, you can ask. By all means, ask.
It's a trap. Don't do it.
Oh, the cupcakes are still good.
Hey, you got any batteries up here? Where's your purse?
I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. Fuck, both of them are dead.
No, Carlene, we didn't get enough stuff. There was still some more. I told Al no.
Yeah, I picked up a box of stuff. Just a box of stuff. Right?
I'm sorry, Carlene. It's the water bottles. There's too many.
Yeah, there's a lot of water bottles. What you see back there is just a box. We just had to organize it right. Yeah. So we are on our way back from San Francisco to San Diego. Our battery packs are about to die. Here's yours. You have one dot left. So,
well, let's make it on the 5 and then just hang out.
Yeah. We're not going to be on here very long because of how much juice we have. But if you have questions, Ian's going to be answering. The roof rack has nothing on it, actually. There's nothing on the roof rack. And I'm being honest with you, babe. That's only one box, though. This is the way we stacked it. It just looks like there's a lot of stuff in there. She's going to be so mad.
Yep.
I mean, she's going to love me so much. Okay.
Mark IV 1.9 TDI 4Motion. Must be nice.
Just talked about that.
I'd love to do a swap to R32 turbo, but I don't know if I can fit the rear submarine and differential and all stuffs on plug and play, or is it impossible?
Well, you already have an all-wheel drive 4Motion. All you have to do is just convert everything from gas to diesel. You can leave the whole drivetrain alone. You might have to swap out the bell housing from the transmission from TDI bell housing to a V6 bell housing. That should be it. But again, you're converting from gas to diesel, so there's going to be a lot more work involved because from diesel to gas.
Yeah, from the fuel.
Yeah, fuel systems are very, very different. The electrical is also very different for it. So the amount of work that's going to be required to make it work might be depressing because you're going to be like, oh, there's too much stuff to do. Oh, it's really bumpy. See if you can fix that again.
How am I going to fix that?
Have it sit on the dash. Okay, let's see if that works for a while.
It's not as bad. Alright, I'm going with that. Jesus Christ. So Chuck said all that stuff. Yeah, that's a nice for hire. Michael G, rebuilding a Mark IV 1.8T. How long would you say dropping engine into engine bay and
Well, depends on how many times you've done it. If you've never done it, like pulling the engine out, is that what he means? Or putting it back in?
Dropping engine into bay and plugging in everything.
I mean, it all depends on...
Supposedly there's a radar up here.
It really does depend on how much stuff you already prepped ahead of time. Like what hoses you're gonna do. Are you doing your bay? Are you gonna be doing ready for? It took me another month to get my car up and going. After I put the engine in the bay, intercooler piping, what intercooler you're gonna go with. Said, if you're only just putting the motor in and you're just going stock, I mean, I've done it in a day. You know, if you had everything already ready to go, you can do it in one day with no problem. Why are you going to?
Your face is on the screen. They don't care. They don't want to see me. It's Choco coming back. He doesn't care about electronics and that stuff. My problem is only subframes. Can I fit the? Okay. My problem is only subframes. Can I fit from Mark IV 2.8 VR6 to diesel and install R32T? That's all.
Was that one more
Assuming
time?
he's asking about the subframes. The subframes are different from the diesel to the VR6.
I don't think so. Not in the Mark IV chassis. I never knew that any of the chassis were any different. It could be slightly different because of the transmission. It's an all-wheel drive transmission.
Because it's already got the all-wheel drive. It's kind of a good point.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know. Those cars we don't have in the U.S. We never got the 1.9 all-wheel drive in the U.S. So, whew.
So I think the 580 just turns into the 5. Because the 5 merges.
You did not know where it was. It was only a 1.5-mile detour, by the way. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but we topped off. It was worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
It was all planned.
It's completely planned.
It's so pretty though. Look at that.
I know. So we left. We went to San Francisco to drop off a motor and get it installed on a friend. Look at that. That's weird. That has to be man-made. Dude, off into that. Whew. So we went all the way to from San Diego to San Francisco, which is a 502 mile drive, to drop off a motor for one of my YouTube subscribers and Patreon members. The goal was to come back with a car, with the Mark IV GTI that someone was selling me. The problem was that the two places I was supposed to rent a truck with, U-Haul and Home Depot actually, wanted way too much money per mile. U-Haul wanted about 20 cents, 29 cents, I believe, per mile, one way and back. And so 1,000 times 29 is a lot of money. That's way too much money for a $500, $700 car. I mean, I can go buy a running Mark IV for that kind of money, you know? I want to save the car, but I just don't have that kind of cheese to dump into just dragging the car one way, you know, or bringing it back. So the goal was to get a hold of one of my other contacts who lives a lot closer, and he hit me up and he was down to do it and to pick it up. He's going to charge me about $400 or $500 to tow the car from San Francisco to San Diego. And problem was his truck broke down. So that kind of put me in a pretty crappy pickle. So that sucks. So I'm completely unable to pick up the car. I gave the guy the heads up, the owner of the car, put it up for sale. I'm super sorry. I have an engine for it. I just got to rebuild it and put it in that car to get it up and going. It totally sucks because that was the car I wanted to put on the YouTube to give it away to someone who wants it. Just didn't happen. So next deal is anybody in Southern California, so San Diego area, who has a Jetta or a Mark IV GTI, Mark IV, in running or non-running condition, just needs to be a VR6 or a 1.8T. I want to buy it from you because I want to save it and I want to put it on the road and I want to be able to have someone win it on my YouTube channel. So if you guys have a car worth saving, please hit me up. I have the cash to buy it and put a rebuilt motor in it. I just don't have enough money to tow it. And that's why I'm saying in San Diego area or the lower Southern California portion. please hit me up. I'm more than willing to pick it up same day, cash in hand. And again, you're here to help someone out there on my channel to own a Mark IV and a good little fun Mark IV. I'm not trying to build a high performance car, just trying to rebuild it. Probably do some coils and maybe some body work, probably a wrap, you know, and clean the interior up and give it to somebody, you know? So if you know somebody or know a good, if you see a good deal on Facebook, offer up, even on Craigslist, which is kind of like non-existent now for buying cars, definitely hit me up and tag me on that. If you have me on Facebook or Instagram, just message me with the information. I'd love to get the link and look it up. There's a golf course here?
Yeah.
There's nothing out.
All the drive stuff. He says US got everything. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We didn't get any of the cool stuff, Chaco.
Yeah, man. Sorry. We got nothing all-wheel drive in Volkswagens besides in Touaregs. Yeah.
And the R32.
And the R32.
That's about it.
VW, if it ain't an SUV, we got nothing with all-wheel drive. Oh, correction. The Golf All-Track.
Yeah.
We got that.
I don't really count that, though.
Oh, and they also got the Golf Sport Wagon that came in all-wheel drive.
I was actually looking at one of those for me. Because you can get those in manual.
Yep.
Which is surprising.
Very. For a Volkswagen now.
Yeah. But they stop making them, so.
They always do.
Wagon? No. Americans don't want wagons.
No. Even though you're listening to us right now, and we want wagons.
Yeah. Volkswagen of America, when you watch this.
Yeah, seriously. Bring the wagon back.
We don't want to get rid of the Golf. We want to keep the wagon. The Taos thing is not
garbage.
Needed. Not needed.
You have enough SUVs already. We don't need another SUV in the market.
Yeah.
Right?
No, bring that out. Bring that.
The Amarok?
No, I wouldn't even say the Amarok. Bring that little. If we're bringing SUVs over, bring that little minivan thing. That's the Ford equivalent. You know, the Golf wagon thing.
Oh!
The Golf van.
You're talking about the.
Yeah, because everyone's got one of those as a Ford here. If Volkswagen brought that over, just think of what they could do with that.
It was actually called.
Oh, yeah. Back at it again.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, there's the dashboard.
There's. But you guys can see where we are. Middle of nowhere. It's just farmland.
It's really pretty, though.
It's gorgeous. It's green. The semi coming over, which is very surprising.
You want to see the dashboard?
Okay. So yeah.
There's at least 3 cows out there.
Stupid.
They're beef. They're beef cows. I think they're beef cows.
Is it all cow beef?
No, there's the difference. The cattle that are raised for their beef as opposed to the cattle that are raised for their milk.
Oh, you mean dairy cows and
Yeah.
beef cows?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that. That's an interesting
I
fact.
think you look at their. I think you look at the haunches, their shoulders.
Uh-huh.
If they've got a lot of meat on their shoulders, then they're beef cows. I could also be completely wrong about that, but.
So, one thing I love about diesels is that they get an obscured amount of we are officially at 49.5 miles to the gallon, and this is a 15-gallon tank. That will get me all the way to San Diego on one tank.
I mean, it also will get you all the way to San Francisco. It'll also get you all the way to San Francisco from here.
Yep. That is also true. Thank you. Thank you, Ian, for that.
Those are beef cows.
Oh, man. Oh, look at a couple little houses. And,
It's really nice.
yeah.
It's not California at all.
But it is.
Yeah.
It's all farm. So you can't hate California that much now. By the way, guys, great place to visit. That's it. I got nothing else.
It wasn't the best place. I'm not a fan of the cities anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind city life, but that kind of city life is ridiculous.
More power to the people that live there.
Yeah.
I personally don't see the appeal.
I don't see the attraction that why people want to just live there.
Yeah.
But again, visiting San Francisco, sure, I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind going back to visit again. I'm probably going to bring the family back the next time around. Next time I make this trip again. But it is kooky. Like,
It's crowded too.
it is way too crowded. The roads are ridiculous. There's like 50-degree angle roads. Like, it's like there's hills that are literally going like this, straight up. Almost 90. I mean, you're looking at a couple degrees, and that, I don't know how people live on these streets, like, and not just roll down the street.
Yeah,
Parking brakes.
They park perpendicular with the hill.
Yeah.
Truck stop.
Woo! You want to stop there?
Oh, good.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta make a poo-poo.
It's on the other side of the road anyway.
There's an exit right there.
Inconvenient.
It's a left turn.
Inconvenient. Diesel was $4.45 there.
Oh my god, it's a lot cheaper.
Literally 30 cents cheaper here.
You want to top off? put 25 cents worth?
Hey. There's your biodiesel again.
Put in biodiesel. Goddamn, don't need no more biodiesel, man. I want that dirty diesel.
JDM Perez, hello, finally got on live. Wanted to ask some questions about a Mark IV 1.8.
Yay! Yo, what's going on, yo? Tiny's on here, dude. This fool was supposed to come with us.
And he's saying there isn't much info online about the chassis. I'd like to know how I get a reliable daily with around 300 horsepower, and it's a 5-speed.
All right, that's an easy question. Number 1, are you going to rebuild the motor? Number 2, 300 horsepower is easily achieved on stock internals, but is it safe? No. Horses, you can, it's that number where it's safe and not safe. Like, you're in that zone where you have a decent risk of bending a rod. And again, but it also depends on what turbo you're going to rock. If you're thinking about doing like a F23, small like GT28 or a GT turbo, I know they're big turbos, but those turbos spool very, very quick, which in turn make a ton of torque too quickly, and that's what will break your engine. Now, if you stay with like a, say, a KO4, which all day will be safe. So I mean, if you're in that process of rebuilding, you just might as well dump some rods in there and then never worry about it. And go 300 horsepower and just dump some rods, put some valves in it, save yourself the headache, and not worry about it.
Because if you put the rods in, the better rods, and then you get the 300 horsepower, then you're going to be there for like 2 weeks, and you'll be like, but I want more.
But I want more.
And then if you do the upgraded rods and the upgraded internals, so you already have it, you don't have to break open the motor again and rebuy all of those seals.
Yep.
Do it once, forget about it.
Yep. Do it once, do it right. Don't have to do it twice. And then that way, all you got to invest in is like, oh, I just want a bigger turbo. Then buy a bigger turbo, do all the fueling on top of that and tuning, and then you got your power. Plain and simple. Hopefully that makes sense. Damn it, Tiny. Nah. Don't listen to Tiny, guys.
Yeah, you told him to get a Mustang.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Fox bodies, though. They're universal. You can do whatever you want with those.
Pretty much. They're ugly as all hell.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do to a Fox body, aesthetically wise, they're ugly. Even the last generation of them, they weren't that bad. They were getting actually pretty attractive. They're fixing the curves, like the lines are a little bit more boxier, and the Fox body convertible.
Kind of saying just supercharged, turbocharger, and some NOS. 300 easy.
Who, Tiny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your supercharger and turbo from Wish, though.
Yeah, so your supercharger and NOS, if you just did supercharger and NOS on a Fox body, you probably spent like $6,000. And not even done anything in the motor, and then one pull and done.
It'll take it.
It'll take it.
It'll take it down the strip.
Down a strip, like 2 times. And then it'll just die. You're dumb, Tiny. I love you, but you're dumb.
These trees can't survive for wind. These trees are just laid over. See? They're literally just laid over.
I'm gonna just turn over and die.
I think I'm just gonna nap now. I need a nap. There's a little guy down there.
There's more industrial stuff. Look at that. It's just gigantic with warehouses everywhere.
Yeah.
Probably get super cheap to buy it out here.
I don't know.
Well, that's probably cheap as fuck here. They even got water.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah.
How do they have water? San Francisco's got a drought.
And they're right down the road from San Francisco.
Yeah, seriously.
Any comments?
Just tiny. Saying he only needs to win once and he'll retire undefeated.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I only need to win once.
Green that is. Crazy. We got a bunch of scrubby stuff over here.
I wonder if that's mowed. Oh, yeah. Pretty. Oh, there's someone that lives right there.
Yeah. I don't know if it's mowed or they just moved the cows through it.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't imagine the grass gets very tall because of the wind.
Yeah.
No, and all birds and stuff. All the wildlife that comes through. You didn't go to the motor.
Yeah. Go to Integrated Engineering. Go get some Super Tech valves. Very affordable. And then get some Integrated Engineering drop-in rods. Done. Don't need anything else. Honestly.
Like you say, if you're not first, you're last. Now you can be second, third, fourth. Oh, you can even be last.
I get a participation award.
And
That's an award.
Participation trophies.
Yep. Tiny's on here just a troll, man. Just a troll.
Hey, at least it's commenting, though. At least it's commenting.
Yes, I agree. He is commenting, but the comments are always consistently the same type of comment. Troll. Nothing informative. You see.
Like I said, I just had some Blue Devil and Blue Full stabilizers. And then whenever you're leaking, you got to put some of that Flex Seal in there.
Yeah. Bam!
Yeah.
Problem solved. Blue Devil and Flex Seal. Oh my god. off road.
Yeah, bees.
Oh, those
There's bees down there.
hives.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, we got more people. Hey. So we're gonna cut this live stream pretty short, just because we're out of battery juice pretty soon, and I don't want to drain my battery if I actually need my phone. Ooh, is there a USB port in here?
What's your plastic? Yeah, but you got one nice little covers.
Oh yeah, those are the back seat.
You get another 12-volt one in here.
I don't think that works either.
Short answer. So one of the bumps?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see clear. Is this? You got an air conditioning knob for in here?
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah. You turn the vent off or on for in here.
Because you need to keep your glove box air conditioned.
Yes. Obviously.
Got another comment. What's it say?
Jane Bear is saying, thanks for the info, really appreciate it. Definitely new subs a few weeks ago. Have a safe trip.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we got some more content coming up. We're gonna learn how to put in a Cooler Works short shifter kit in a Corrado. We're gonna be doing we're actually gonna be setting up a parts store for you guys. We got boxes and one box of parts.
Solo. There's
Yeah.
a new car and you don't even have a USB port.
I know, right?
They hid the coin boys now.
So we do have a lot of boxes of car parts, and I mean a lot of car parts. And Luis, again, subscriber and Patreon member, hooked us up with a lot of stuff. I also got a set of Porsche twist wheels. That's right.
It's gonna go on my car.
They're going on my car. I already paid Ian with love
So now I'm getting paid.
and spooning, intense spooning.
Tony says anything for my Invisible Mark III.
Yes, actually, when you buy your Mark III, I do have a bunch of 2.0 stuff.
Lulu, greetings from Finland. Have a safe trip.
Greetings, thank you. Yeah, we got about like 400 miles to go, right?
Yeah, 373.
Oh, 373 miles, not bad. Not bad at all. That's just to your house, right?
Yeah.
Like another 20 after that.
Yeah. It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Tony says do tell. Trade secrets, can't tell you yet.
Yep.
In other words, I got a bunch of Mark III stuff for my Mark III.
But if you do buy a Mark III, do I have stuff? Oh, someone raised their hand.
And greetings from Escondido.
Who is it?
Ivan.
Oh, what's up, Ivan?
So what we should have done is we should have got that Mark III that was up there and drove that back. And then we would have brought more stuff back.
You know your wife would have been...
She would have loved it.
Yeah. I mean, she made a comeback. We could have bought it for free.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have cost us no money to buy it.
I could have sold all my shit that day. I was talking with her about it and paid for the car.
For free.
Yeah. Oh, after the initial investment.
Which was $400?
Yeah. Yeah, Louise, yeah. I know, they were in your the Tiguan. I didn't think about it until after the fact.
What was?
My glasses. Hey, they're special. They don't make those kind anymore.
What you can do, Luis, if you break them apart and put them in
An envelope.
an envelope
Yeah.
and ship it back to him.
Just sneak them in one of the Amazon boxes this next day. Tony says, I think my next car is going to be simple compared to my last one. Doubtful.
Yeah, completely doubtful.
Yeah, Tony says you should have told me I might have paid for it. Oh, you want to pay for me for a Mark III? I think it's still up there.
Dude, there was a Mark III. Stupid clean. For how much?
I wanted 12 for it.
$1,200, 2-point slow.
Yeah.
Manual, right?
Yeah.
Manual.
It was super clean. There was only a little bit of paint faded on the roof.
Yeah.
The Cali car.
But then we knew Tiny would want it, so we didn't get it.
No, I would have wanted it. I wouldn't want it. Possession's 9/10.
How far is it from here? Is it on the way?
It's up farther. It's up farther. I mean, anything's on the way if you make it on the way. But Tiny, I didn't know you were in a market, and then Al was just being selfish because I sent it to him. So
No, he wasn't in the market. He said he was getting out of the VW world for a while. He said he was over it. He's all about his Bronco and his other stuff that he drives.
Bronco.
Yeah. And his Jeep. It's like 2005, 2008 Jeep that he drives. Like Jeep Commander or something like that.
What?
Mm-hmm. You know those little Jeep SUVs? Brand, Jeep brands? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cherokees and stuff. Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, whatever it is. It's all the same.
He commented.
Who? Tony? He says, you know Mark III's are his bread and butter.
You got rid of two of them. You had a gorgeous Mark III GTI, a really nice Mark III Jetta. Got rid of them. You gave up. Then you got a Mark IV Jetta, 1.8T. I did the timing, all that for you. You know, I drove all the way up to your house, did all the timing work, and then you gave up on it.
I want a Mark III really badly.
They're nice cars.
He's for it though.
And then and I quote your exact words, I'm done with VWs for now.
$4,000, or would I need more? I was asking.
Ooh, that's a hard one. It depends on when you source a turbo kit. Because $3,000 is what's going to get you to your block to handle 400. After that, that's the sky's the limit after that. Because turbos and fueling and tuning is not cheap. Exhaust work, intercoolers, piping, none of that's cheap. Huh, Ian?
Nope. I mean, when my wife washes, it was affordable. No, but it's just better to spend the money once as opposed to multiple times.
Yep. I mean, your exhaust system's gonna run an easy anywhere from just for an exhaust system. That's downpipe, full piping, and muffler and all that.
I said the GTI was whatever my Jetta was. The GTI was whatever. Jetta was the masterpiece, but I wanted to know about the VR Life and didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then we said buy an LS for half that, you're good.
Yeah. And then people always say, "Oh, buy an LS." Well, you have to fabricate.
Gross.
You have to, you know.
Buy a Miata, drop an LS in that, and they make kits for it.
It's not a bolt-on though.
There's kits for it.
There's a kit to get you started.
If Flying Miata makes a kit, you just drop it in and go.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple. But it's doable, 100% doable, me. But it's not like $2,000. It's not $4,000. It's probably like a good $6,000 to $8,000.
I actually don't know.
Let's see right now.
Or we won't, because service.
Oh yeah, we're gonna lose service in a little bit, guys. Bear with us.
No, if we do lose service, that's why.
Yeah. We were looking at Miata stuff.
Yeah, I want a Miata for the longest time.
No, I can't do it.
I love Miatas.
No. I'd rather drive a Z4.
Miata's just so cheap.
It used to be so cheap. used to be. Now they're expensive little turds.
Hey, in 255 miles, stay on 5. So, V8 Roadsters LSX engine installation kit, $2,100.
That's the install kit.
Yeah.
How much is an LS?
I don't know how much it is. I don't know how much the LS is. The V8
Right.
Roadster driveline kit's out of stock.
What did Tiny say?
So, here we go. One that by now. This Chinese Fox bodies are plentiful up there. That's what Louis says. He said, I'll just buy a pedal car and throw a 2.0 and I'll beat anything you got. It says junkyard LS and you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Just pray to God it's not a junkyard LS. Because junkyard LSs, I mean, they could be cheap, or you're literally buying something that you're gonna have to rebuild. And again, rebuilding is cheap if you can get a machine shop that can do stuff for you at an affordable price. You know, it's all cheap when you start, but it gets really, really expensive down. It's a gigantic black hole of money. You know.
Louis said, you know, it'd be cool. An old Mini with a 1.8.
Mini Cooper?
Yeah, the Austin Mini Coopers.
Yeah. The
yeah.
older ones? Like
Yeah.
the really old ones? Oh, dude. If you can get a hold of those cheap, which are not...
You don't put a 1.8 in it. You put the Hayabusa engines in them. You can do that.
No, but you can put a 1.8T in them.
Yeah.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm waiting for my father-in-law to finally give up on his Tacoma. He has a 97 Tacoma that just sits in the driveway. It moves once a month. I'm trying to have him give up on it so I can buy it off of him. And I want to do a 1.8T or a VR swap in that truck. So bad. I want to bag it. I actually want to convert it into a VW Caddy.
I said, just pull the pan at the yard. If there's no metal, you're good. Tiny, going back to the LS, just pull the pan at the yard. If there's no metal, you're good.
It's not that simple. Tiny.
No, that's what the Flex Seal is for.
Oh, yeah. Just pour it in the cylinders. They'll seal everything up.
You just pour it where the oil goes, run the engine, and you're fine. It'll coat everything. Coats the inside of the block too. Cylinder walls. Everything.
Yeah, seal the block up.
Yep.
Literally. One thing I do want to do, I want to buy a junk Mark 3 with a 2.0, like just a junk car, something I can buy for like $500. And I want to throw like a 100, 200 shot of NOS.
No, I want the motor. If you're gonna do that, I just want the motor from it.
No. I want to dump like a 100, 200 shot of NOS and take it to the track.
Tina Lulu is asking what the normal price range for a decent 1.8 is in the US.
Like a
Mark
decent,
IV.
like built.
Yeah, decent. No, just I guess both. Decent built one and a normal
Like a stock Mark IV
1.18
with like maybe 120, 130,000 miles. Probably looking around $2 to $4 grand. You know,
$4 grand's the high end.
yeah, $4 grand is like super high price, but
That better be mint.
yeah, exactly. But their starting price points around 2,000. You know, for decent shaped ones.
Yeah, Tony's just saying save the one from Donut. They are killing that Jetta.
Which one?
Donut Media. The
white
Jetta.
one?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do to it?
They put a bunch of AutoZone stuff all over it.
Oh yeah, they're ruining that car.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Tony said he paid $700 for his.
Yeah, I mean you get lucky if you can find it. There are gems out there. You just gotta find
Yeah,
them.
that's why I wanted the one that was up there while we were there. We could have drove that back.
I could have. I could have put more parts out here in the front seat.
The Mark III is a daily. Put the Mark II in the thing. Christine in the garage. Not worry about them dying. Evan says, I saw a blue 20th for $12K.
That's way too much money.
Yes.
Wait, even for a 20th, that's way too much money. That's R32 prices.
Yeah, that's R32 money. Extreme. It doesn't matter how clean it is.
I don't care either. Yeah.
Like,
There's nothing special about a 20th besides the bumpers, and it's a 6-speed manual. That's it.
Other than that, it's just a Golf.
Yeah.
It's just a Golf.
It's literally just a Golf. Oh, and the metal trim.
Chrome trim.
Yeah, the polished trim.
That's what I got.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Worth it.
Not worth it. There's nothing actually special about that car.
Tiny, why do Mark IIIs suck to daily? Or was it just yours? Because my dad dailies a 97 Jetta GLX. He dailied that with no issue, actually. Yeah. Because he got it for 2 years ago. Like
2 points slow, bro. 2 points slow for the win. You want a car that's gonna survive a freaking apocalypse? That's the car you need.
Oh, I guess one of the main reasons that it just wouldn't really matter out here much, but I know on the East Coast, the Mark IIIs suck because of the strip.
Yeah, they start shorting out. Yeah.
Here in Finland, normal price range is starting from around 3,000, mileage 185,000. Wow, that's Audi money here.
Yeah, you're buying Audis out here for that kind of price.
At that mileage.
Yeah.
Ted said most he paid for a VW was 14, and it was 1,400. That was his first one. Yeah, Ivan, you don't wanna buy that.
No.
I mean, I can't even justify anything that would be worth it.
Not for a 20th.
No, because it's just a Golf.
Yeah.
You can buy you can make it a 20th
Yeah.
for a lot.
I mean, it won't be
less.
registered as a 20th, but
No, some of the VINs are funny, and some of them.
yeah, they show up as 337s.
Yeah.
In the VINs, but they're not 337s. They're,
Yeah. Tiny's saying they're reliable, just not the most comfortable drives if you lower them. I mean, I didn't plan on lowering my car with hockey pucks. Like the suspension of my Golf, I'm pretty sure it's SoloWorks, but they're sad SoloWorks. They're old, but it's not terrible. I've got Coney's on my Jetta. Louis saying you can find a Mola yellow for less than that, and they're more rare.
Yep. I actually want to get one of my cars painted eventually Emola yellow. I really want to get I've been really considering getting a Mark III GTI and turning it into an Emola yellow GTI with like almost a full ABT kit. I'm not gonna say a full ABT, like partial. You know, I'm not really a big fan of all the ABT stuff that they did for the Mark IIIs.
Tiny saying go Ginster.
I like Ginster, but I prefer Emola a little bit more. It's a little bit brighter. The Ginster is just a little too dark for me.
I'll stick with the red.
Or a Tornado red.
Then my daggum Tornado red. Tiny said if you paint a Mark III Emola, we're fighting.
That's fine. Fighting over what? You don't drive a VW anymore.
Got him.
You ain't fighting over anything, bro.
He's also saying you're going to spend way too much for ABT. It's overpriced.
I know, but it's what I like. Fight me.
Looks like he's trying to.
I know you still have parts. There are tons of parts. And I actually can get a Mark III pretty soon. My friend Oscar might be selling me his Mark III.
Does Oettinger better? He says Oettinger's better.
Sure. Whatever you say.
I just want a Mark III. Just the styling of the Mark IIIs is so great.
It's a cool car. I like the look of the Mark IIIs.
Yeah.
They're still very Euro-y, like their lines and like Mark 4s again, very Euro car.
Yeah, Mark 5 they started going down.
Mark 5 they turned into minivans.
Yeah.
Like literal minivans. Minivan. I guess miniature vans. You know?
Kids 1.8. Hello, Al. Mate.
Hey, mate. Where you from? Who is it?
Kids 1.8T.
What's his name? Kids 1.8T. Hello. Oh, there's. Slowing down. Slowing down.
Pop over. England.
Oh, nice. From England, all the way from England. Wow.
Yeah,
dude, you gotta go to bed.
Yeah, Louise, you're not wrong. Mark 5 Jettas look like Corollas.
Mark 6s too.
Yeah, it's sad.
Mark 7 is like, eh. I mean, I own a Mark 7 and I'm like, eh.
Kennedy Clayton says, hola, gents.
Hola, where you from? Just trying to get an idea where everybody's watching from.
Kids from England, they're hoarding all the good Volkswagens from us.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. They have Scirocco's.
Kennedy Clayton's from Spokane, Washington.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in with Al and Ian. On our way back from San Francisco all the way down to San Diego. 500 miles of Ian.
Richard is from Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah, Richard Gordon from Toronto.
That's Canada, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tony, if I had my way, I would get a Jetta. I also have a preference for the Jettas for the generations as opposed to the Golfs.
Yep.
I mean,
I prefer the GTIs. I like small hatchbacks.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my Mark II, I love my Mark II. But if I get a Mark II Jetta.
Coupe?
Yeah. Get a Mark II Jetta coupe. Then I essentially have both. The best of both.
You do.
So,
you literally have a hatchback sedan.
Yep.
Like, it is the, oh my god, yes, coupes are the best of both worlds.
It's a shame this time. I guess for the newer Mark III on, the body styling wouldn't work.
No.
At all.
The Mark IVs though did work when someone did it.
Yeah.
When you make them into coupe. It does look weird.
Yeah. Tili Lilu, everything after Mark IV is crap.
Amen. They're fast though.
Yeah,
they're fast as hell.
New ones are fast.
But I agree. Crapola.
Ivan said, thanks guys, y'all saved me $12K. I'll probably just invest that into my...
Yeah, dude, if you had 12 grand to a clean Mark IV, fuck.
That's easily 500 horsepower.
500 horsepower, probably gorgeous as all hell.
And you could do so much suspension and geometry work with it.
Yeah. I would do a matchstick red though. Ooh, the brick red and matchstick red that VW had. Oh.
The burgundy?
Yeah, that's really dark, but not too dark. It's not burgundy, it's almost burgundy.
Yeah. I know what color you're talking about.
It's gorgeous.
That's what he's saying. I've seen them. There's 2 to 3 really good Mark III coupes. Are they custom? They have to be custom.
Yeah. And I never knew they made a coupe for the Mark III.
Yeah, Volkswagen in those Mark II years, they made a bunch of cool stuff.
They made really cool cars.
They made a lot of cool stuff because the
Scirocco,
the wagons,
the Mark
II wagons. I would love to have one of those.
They never made it here, huh?
The wagons?
Yeah.
No, I've seen them here.
Did we?
They're Dashers.
Yes, the Dashers. Yeah, what's his name has one?
Yep.
Josh Lindbergh. I think it's a Fox. It's a VW Fox.
Yeah. As opposed to a Fox body.
Yeah. And here's his diesel.
Oh, okay.
Slow as all hell, too.
Yeah. Mark III killed everything. Oh, Mark III was a little weird. I'd say the motor options were
Not the greatest.
not, because it was only the 2.0 with the VR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So but if you take the 2.0 motor...
No, there's a diesel. They had the ALH in the...
Did they? In the Mark
Yeah.
3s?
In the last era of the Mark IIIs, they had the ALH.
Luis said they realized that all they needed was a GTI and sedan, called it a day, profits over anything. Yeah, that's what they're doing nowadays. They're doing with Volkswagen of America is doing what Ford did, and they're killing off all of the sedans and small cars and only doing SUVs. Because Ford no longer sells sedans.
Correct.
They only do trucks and engine rolls. Just do trucks and SUVs. Which is crazy because of how good the Golf sells here. Like, for the price points, it's just insane. You're saying the Mark IV had a wagon, it reminds me of the Accord wagon. You're not wrong.
Which one?
The Mark IV wagon. Actually, the Accord wagon was a little bit square.
Yeah, it was actually like, it had like an ugly, like a box.
If any, the Mark III generation had wagons. I would think the Accord wagon is more comparable to that. But Mark IIIs didn't have wagons.
Oh, Ian, Tiny knows with all the motors.
Yeah, they had 1.9, 2. So they had 1.9 diesel and 2.0 16 valve, the VR, and 2.0. That was worded interesting. They had 1.9 diesel, 2.0 16 valve, 2.0 16 valve, the VR.
Oh, they did have the 16 valve. That was a sporty. Yeah, they had a 2.0 16 valve. That was their sporty option in the GTI before the VR6 came out. The VR6 came out towards the end of the life of the Mark III.
Yeah, I just want to get a Mark III. So much room for activities.
Yeah. So many cool cars.
Oh yeah, it was called the Bora variant abroad, in Sweden.
Sweden?
Well, everywhere everywhere else aside from the US, it's called the Jetta's the Bora.
Yeah.
We got Jetta.
So sad when we say it. We just got a Jetta. Bora just sounds so cool, dude.
Yeah. Trying to know the body style, SR, R&D, individual performance. The early years were all about different body types. Kind of says Mark III and a variant with those. Mark III has the variant, but there is a wagon. There's a wagon in a Mark III?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the Passat one.
No, it was a Jetta. It's just a wagon. Passats fall under a different. They're under a different chassis.
Okay. So I know the Synchros did the Synchro one.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they also made the Mark III chassis came in a wagon format that we never got.
Figures.
Because wagons showed up in the Passat body, the Passat chassis, the B chassis is what they call it. We never got the Mark III. However, there is a company, again, we were talking about earlier, there's companies that are importing those now. I think there's 2 or 3 right now in the States.
Yeah, I know the Passat wagons, they were Synchros. There was one at Big SoCal.
Yeah. It was like a B4 or B3.
The blue one?
Oh, yeah, that was a B4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those had the option for synchros. One of the best all-wheel drive systems ever. It's all-time all-wheel drive. It wasn't nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, Luis, we were actually like looking for the for 4 motions from Japan on our drive.
Yeah. Like 10 grand for
It was
a
10 grand
Bora.
for the one.
Yeah, for a Bora Forma V6 VR6
Yeah.
4 motion. 10 grand.
With not bad mileage.
But yeah, with not bad mileage at all. Like 60,000, right? Just broken in.
No, but I do think Volkswagen's kind of lost their touch.
They lost their heritage.
Yeah.
They're just following the market now.
I think the Mark V started that. I think the Mark V started that.
Yeah. They lost what their purpose was. To be the people's car.
Kennedy, you know, they were the ones from Japan, the ones that we saw at least, they were left-hand drive.
Yeah, they were left-hand drive. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Luis says crypto hits. I'm shipping one. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. You're gonna wait for them to be historic to be able to ship them in.
Yeah, they have to be 25 years old or older.
Yep.
Not that far. Not that far. Our ship and we hold house. We'll have that money and then some.
Yeah. Kennedy's saying that would be tough to get used to. I don't know, I've driven right-hand drive cars.
Yeah, they're not hard.
It's different.
Very.
You just gotta make sure you're not mixing up the windshield wipers and the turn signals.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in a car. I didn't drive personally, but I was in a car, front seat, right-hand drive, driving around Japan, and it's very unique driving experience because the roads are designed for right-hand drive cars, not for left-hand drive. So there are a very, very, very different way of driving. But
last time I was home, I drove a Beat.
You drove a what?
A Honda Beat.
Oh, the little tiny cars.
Yeah, right-hand drive Honda Beat. That's
a
weird.
cool car.
It was so weird because you're just so small and so low to the ground, and it was right-hand drive. It was just goofy.
I want a Honda Dunk Turbo, which is one of the ones you can get out there. And they're almost importable too. They're almost there. I think it was like a 97, 98.
Isn't there a rule with show cars or something like that? You can get it registered as like a show car or something.
Mm-hmm. And you can drive them 3 months out of the year.
Yeah.
You can only be on the road for 3 months, and it has to be stored or shipped back to its country of origin.
Richard Gordon, what have they done with VWs that had emission problems? As far as I know, they recalled them and they sat.
They're back on the road. I'm driving one.
Okay, so they're just fixing the computers?
Yeah. And then I unfixed it.
So just get better fuel mileage with it.
You get worse fuel mileage, actually.
Yeah.
With the fixed cars.
Yeah. No, that's just the problem with America as a whole. We're just super restrictive with the emissions. Because, for example, the smart cars over in Europe and stuff, they get 40, 50 miles to the gallon. And here, they get the average, what everybody else gets.
32
like 30.
to 34.
Yeah, and it's just a joke. Which it's weird.
It sucks.
Look,
It just sucks.
but on the offhand, over there, they are very strict about modifying cars.
Yes.
And here, they're trying to be strict about modifying cars.
Yes. One thing I can tell you, when we first bought our Mark 7 diesel wagon, it was getting 32 to 38 miles to the gallon on average. Okay? Stock, no modifications. Okay? I went to Kermit TDI. We got a tune intake.
Well, we just went up some hills, so it went down 47.6 after going up some hills with one box of stuff in the back.
We have about 400 pounds worth of stuff. A roof rack, 2 grown adults, and we're
UFC.
Oh, UFC fighting?
Yeah.
Itchy nose.
Was it so the 1.4 16 valve and 1.16 16 valve was never introduced into the U.S. for Mark IVs? No.
Not that I know of. No, I don't know.
That's a really small 16 valve.
Yeah.
W12 Passats. W8
W8s.
Passats. Yeah, W8 Passats.
W8, and then we had the W12 Phaeton.
Yeah.
We get those for some
The
reason.
Phaetons had a lot of motor options, honestly. You had
W8, W12, and then there was the V10. What was that?
Mercedes, yeah. Take that home.
Yeah, worth a fortune right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we never didn't get a lot of cool engine options here in the U.S. We did get a 16 valve in the U.S. in the 99 Mark IV, but I think it was a 2-liter or 16 valve that made like 120, 140 horsepower. It wasn't very fast, and no one cares for that car, absolutely at all.
I think Luis was calling us PincheAls.
Yeah.
Hey, all it takes is money, and then I have a bunch of cars.
Yep. Oh no, dude! I had the most amazing office for gaming, mining, freaking.
See, when I was looking at houses, there was one house super expensive. It had a room that was overlooking the garage. That's where the gaming setup goes, overlooking your garage. And the garage is obviously big enough to put a couple lifts in there, put a couple racks on the back for all the different cars.
Mount a car on the wall.
That's a bit extreme.
Why? Why would it be
Because
extreme?
you can't drive it.
It'd be one of your like. It'd be one of those racks that you could just like.
You know how awful that would be? You'd have to drain the fluids whenever you wanted to put it on the wall.
But you have a car on the wall.
That's way too inconvenient.
But you have a car on the wall for aesthetics.
Well, aesthetics.
I mean, if you're sitting looking down into your garage and you can see your car on the wall.
That's what the racks are for. So the racks that brings cars up to your level so you look down.
Yeah,
and
but
see
then there's
the car.
bars in front of your car.
What?
It's the rack. The rack has a bar in the middle of it,
No.
just covering the view of your car.
It's not in the middle. Just 4-post racks. Because Ben Pack.
Oh, you're talking about that kind of rack.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You know what you can do? Like in Japan, you can do
the Ferris wheel.
for the parking. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then you just push a button and you want to look at one specific car. And your car will be on a belt, conveyor belt.
At the Audi Museum in Germany, they have one of those too.
Yeah, that's what I would want in my garage. 2 of those.
That's a little extreme. But
Why?
That's,
Why?
it's way too excessive.
Why? Why is that too extreme? You could push
too
a button.
excessive.
You could push a button and the car you want will pop up in front of you.
Or I could just walk out into my garage and there's.
But what if you're in your office masturbating and you want to look at one of your cars?
I just look out into my garage and look, there's my car.
Yeah, but what if something's in the way of it?
It won't be in the way.
But if you have the garage with the conveyor belt, you can pick the car you want to jerk off
all of
to.
my cars at the same time.
But then you have you can project that onto your window, like a projection of all
But
your
I'm not
cars.
genuinely looking at my cars. It's a
Touche.
picture.
Okay.
No, but Benpack has a rack, like a stand. There's 4 posts, and it's on wheels. So when there's no weight on it, the wheels are out the bottom. But as soon as you put weight on it, the wheels, because of the weight on the lift, the wheels retract up. So you can move your 4-post stand around as
Okay.
you need to. Now,
Luis just said, or you can buy super rare cars. Why? You spend too much money buying super rare cars. Why not build your own super rare car?
see, I'm the kind of person, Luis, where I don't need like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or anything like that, because then you're too scared to drive it. I'm a simple man. Just give me one of each generation Jetta.
And GTI.
Up to Mark IV.
Up to Mark IV. So
And
yeah,
I'm fine.
I'm actually on the same boat with him.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'd be Mark 1 through 4, every chassis every car that was available. So like Jetta, GTI, Passat.
That's actually a big list.
It is a big list.
Yeah, 'cause
But
you
in the
get-
U.S., I'm talking about what was available in the U.S.
You still have the Fox, the Dasher,
Yeah.
the Caddy.
Yeah. But all of them with 1.8 T-swaps.
Yeah. So I don't know about that.
Huh?
I still want my slow piece of shit every now and then.
You buy that one car that's like
Yeah.
all original. And just a deathmobile because it won't stop
Or start.
or start.
It's the future project car.
Yeah.
Going to cabrios.
Okay, what are they saying?
We said, talking about those cars, and Louis saying have some amazing cars, but yeah. You lost me, I don't know how I feel about the Mark 1 Jetta. I might prefer the Rabbit.
Again, just to have them. I don't want to. There'd be some of them that I wouldn't want to look at. There's some ugly ass cars. I mean, there's some really ugly Mark 1s and 2s. But you can have them with like VRT swaps, 1.8 T swaps, diesel swaps, you know, all making 300, 400, 500 horsepower.
Taylor Lily is asking, are all US Mark IV 1.8? Are they all 150 or 180?
No.
I think the Beetles are 150.
Yes.
The Beetles are 150, and then the
99 to 2001, early 2002 were 170 or 160, and then 2002 and up, AWP code got the 180.
Except for the Beetles.
Except for the Beatles, yes.
The Beetles they were all restricted to 150.
Which doesn't make any sense.
I think it's the smaller everything. And everything's more compact. It's the same motor, so I think they had a smaller turbo on it.
I think there were just two. Shit, this is
Tuned down. I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, this SUV sped up to catch up to me and then slowed down like a crawl.
Louise, we were actually talking about all this stuff. Okay, well, T. Lulu said, okay, here, they're all 150. The 180s are extremely rare in Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah.
I know Sweden has extreme emission controls. I know you guys are like super extreme on your guys' emission laws and stuff like that.
Tony said you'll replace the Mark 1 Jetta with a SLC Corrado.
But then it's not a Mark 1.
And then you're losing the Mark 1.
Yeah. The Corrado is a Mark 2, 3-ish.
No, I think it's just Mark 3.
No, it's Mark 2. I have a Corrado.
I know.
And it's a Mark 2 and a 3 and a Corrado.
Okay.
It's weird because it uses a Mark 3 fuel system,
Okay.
but it uses a Mark 2.
It's like a Mark 2 platform.
No, it's a Mark.
Stuff.
It's Mark 2, Mark 3 Corrado.
Weird.
Yeah, that's why you can't buy anything for it
Yeah.
because it's such a weird chassis.
And it was expensive when it came out.
Very expensive, and still is expensive for a decent condition one.
Yeah. Louise, we're actually talking about all these fun one-off Volkswagens that were made. We're talking about the RSI Beetle.
Yep, that was earlier.
Yeah, that was before we started.
Oh, before our live stream, yes.
Yeah. We talked about the RSI Beetle. Yeah, that had the VR6 in it. It was all-wheel drive.
Yeah, Tiny is right. It's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like the A59. The A59 was never produced. It was a super one-off car, rally car that Volkswagen made in the Mark III chassis, which is gorgeous, by the way. Gorgeous freaking car. And I think there's a handful of them out there, but they weren't a production car. They were a race car that never got produced, which I would want.
And the Golf Synchros.
The Golf Synchros.
Synchros, like the turbos with the G60s.
Mm-hmm. Was the Golf, the lifted one that's factory lifted. Golf.
I think
Golf.
it's not all track.
No.
Is it just the Golf Synchro?
No, it's a different name. Come on, guys. The all-wheel drive Golf.
It's lifted.
That's lifted. I wish they produced more of that car, because that car was.
Are we back?
We're back.
So for the Mark II era, what I would go with for that, I think it has to do with the time frame as to why they spread out so much and did so much. Because of that era of cars was so unique and interesting as a whole.
There's so many weird cars out there.
Oh my, yeah.
But
the Gremlin, the Pinto, the Corvair.
The Mercure. You ever heard of the Mercure?
I've heard of it.
It's a really cool car. The name alone makes me want to buy it. It's like it was one of the fastest 4-cylinder cars you could buy on top of the Cosworth.
No, we never got the good Cosworth.
I know we never got the good Cosworth, but
what's that Ford that we never got? We only got the shitty version.
Newer or older?
Older. They competed in Trans Am.
The Soho?
No, I don't know if it was the Cosworth. Over here it was just awful. Anyway, yeah, Cyclone.
Exactly. The Chevy Cyclone we got. That was a 100% an American car. That truck is stupid dope. Number one, aesthetically just a cool street truck. V6 supercharged, right? Cyclone was
It
super.
it was supercharged.
Yeah, V6
Because
supercharged.
The Cyclone had the same stuff that was in the Buick Regal.
Yeah. But super light, way bigger brakes, way bigger everything.
Turbocharged, not supercharged.
Was it turbo?
I know the
remember now.
Buick. I know the Buick was
Supercharged.
Turbo.
Oh no, turbo. Yes,
The Buick Grand National was turbocharged.
yes, fastest production car ever
Of the time.
of its time. Yes.
Yeah. Louis saying that oil crisis made it so car companies had to do better bodies with better aromatics and such, plus smaller, better performing engines. Yeah, that's when we started losing displacement. But again, at the time, you had like a massive 400 cubic inch V8, whatever.
It made
only
200
making
horsepower.
Maybe 200 horsepower?
Yeah.
And that's when all the land yachts and stuff were crazy. This is all
Yeah.
post World War II. And then Japan brought in all their small cars and started competing,
Making the same amount of horsepower.
making the same power, and they were more fuel efficient and such.
Yeah.
And then everyone was just going to the wind, throwing something at the fan and hoping something stuck.
Yep.
So,
Oh man, that's such a great era of cars, man.
because
Some of the great styling too.
styling will never be
Oh,
the same. Because
never.
that's when there was actual enthusiasm and spirit and passion in
Character,
cars.
character.
And not just bad character. Like,
Yeah.
nope.
Pop-up headlights.
Yeah. What's the last car that had pop-up headlights?
For me, 91 Toyota MR2,
Mr. 2? Was it the second gen?
first gen MR2. Not the square one.
That was the first one.
No, but the first gen turbo. That's what they call them.
Oh.
They call them 91 MR2 first generation turbo, which was only one generation. They call them first gens.
That's weird. That's
I know
that's counterintuitive.
I know it is because
Yes, we have a second gen MR2 that we're going to call the first gen.
I know it's dumb, but it's the first gen that came with the turbo, which is one of the best cars I've ever driven in stock.
I think Richard Gordon, I think the Ford Escort is what I was thinking of.
The hatchback?
Yes, because over here the Escorts were kind of shit.
Yeah, they're complete garbage.
They're complete garbage, but
Like
over
2
there...
liter turd.
Over in Europe, they were super good. Like, they had all the good stuff in them, and then they used the Ford Escorts, and they were racing against the Camaros and the Mustangs. And they were keeping up. But that's when racing was so good, though. Because you had the small Escorts and the Minis racing up against these big body, like, Galaxies and Challengers.
Which can't turn worth the shit.
No, but that's why the racing was so good.
Yeah.
Because the big bodies had them all in the straights, where the little cars had them in the turns and caught up for them. They were just, oh my god, such good racing.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wish we got the Brazils. Volkswagen Brazils.
Oh, the Brasilia.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, what's up, fool? Are you guys? Are you leaving work now?
No, he's... Yeah, from yesterday.
From yesterday?
You gotta beat traffic.
You gotta beat traffic. This guy. Oh.
I wonder, how much would it be for a good Brazilian? Those are cool looking things, though. They are cool.
You can buy them right now, like for like 2,000 to 3,000. It's the importing fee.
Yeah.
They're common in Brazil. That's
What?
only
The Volkswagen Brasilia is common in Brazil.
Yes, that's where actually it's the only place where they made them. Same with the SP1 and the SP2. You know about that?
Maybe.
Look that up. You ever seen a VW SP1 or SP2? It's like a
No, I've seen them. Yeah.
it's like a hodgepodge of a a Datsun, like 280Z and a Porsche.
There's a rendering.
How are the Robs on the road?
There's none right now.
Yeah, actually we've been good. There's been no Robs.
Oh my god, look at that rendering.
I'm so hot and bothered right now. Give me a second. Hey, can you check my battery?
62. And not charging.
And this thing's probably done. Yeah, it's done. It's blinking.
Tiny wants a Classico for we wanted one for a while.
Oh, which one?
Classico.
Oh, Jetta Classico. Those are Ugly.
You know what I wanted? I wanted the T3 transporters.
Oh,
Synchro.
yes.
You can get the 3-door with the bed. They were 3 doors.
Yeah.
And we got the bed. They were super good.
You should look up, if you guys are on YouTube, look up VW bus synchros off-road tours. Dude, there's a huge community of old school VW bus guys that came with the factory synchros in the early 70s and early 80s, doing tons of off-roading stuff. It's super cool to watch, just so you guys know.
Yeah, the Vanagon synchros.
At least it's a bus, Vanagons, but
Vanagon.
early models were just buses,
Yeah.
and they came with synchros.
Yeah, and the Volkswagen Cities. Those are the Mexican ones, right? The Mexican
Yes.
Jettas.
Jettas and Canada and Mexico, they both
Okay.
have them.
They're ugly.
They're by far ugly,
They're ugly.
but I like them.
They're ugly.
Oh wow, look at that.
What? This?
What is it?
This says Familia. I don't know if that's the actual name.
No, it's not. The Mazda wagon. That's all I
I think it's a
know.
speed. It's a 2 or something. I don't know.
Probably. One of my favorite Mazda are the Protege wagons. Remember those?
Yeah.
Remember the Evo wagon, the one generation wagon they made as an Evo? That's a dope car.
In Japan, the R34 Skylines had a wagon.
What?
Yeah. There's the same front end, and the back half looked like a 850, Volvo 850.
Interesting.
Yeah. You can import them. Mexican VW truck. Is it the new ones?
Yeah, you
The
talking about the
Amarok?
Amarok?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Amaroks. They're super capable for off-roading.
Yep. Same with the VW Caddies. They still make Caddies in Mexico.
They stopped making the Beetle, like the old Beetle,
Yeah.
recently.
2010 was the last year they made them.
Yeah. Because you can acquire the new old Beetles from Mexico.
Yes. But they follow extremely strict emissions.
Yeah. Because the new old Beetle's got like power everything, power windows, got air conditioning, all that fun stuff.
Yep. One of the longest lasting production car in the world.
Yep. VW Apollo.
Apollo. Are you talking about
So-
Polo?
Polo?
I never heard of an Apollo. Look it up.
What the hell is this?
You sound so sad. Yeah.
It
Looks like a Honda Accord or a
Yes, I
Civ
think
or
that's
a
what it
Civic. That's an ugly car.
It looks like the 80s Civics.
Yeah.
It,
It looks exactly the same.
look. It's ugly. I'm having a chat. Someone said something, I can't see it. This 5G, curse you.
Go
Chat.
Go to 4G, bro. 4G's actually
It
better.
won't let me.
I know. I turned my 5G off.
Yeah, I know, it won't let me. There we go. Let's think, Mexican VW truck, newer truck, did that. We were talking about weird cars. Yeah, that's an ugly car.
Yeah, it's a weird and ugly car. I agree. A cool and ugly car was the Honda Prelude SH. 95, I think? Like 94, 95. Honda Prelude SH. And the SH, I actually found out what that meant. What meant super handling. Because the rear tires turned.
Oh, there's a rear steering. There's a Cougar. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not a Cougar.
It's like a Buick or something.
It looked like a Cougar from all the way over there.
Which was really cool. They turned, I think, 2 to 3 degrees.
Is it all-wheel steering like the 3000 GTs?
Exactly. And it was cool. I think that was a cool car. However, it was just ugly.
Louis says he wants a square back with the air ride.
Good choice. Good choice.
I want a square back that
Yes.
has a nice amount of patina on it. That's
Just
what I
like
want.
put 20 layers of clear coat on it.
Yes.
So it just looks wet.
Just fade it, patina it out. That'd be fine. I don't need a good paint job.
As long as there's not a pile of rust in it, though.
Yeah, I put a motor that fists itself in it.
No.
That's what you do. You put box motors in them
No.
for the reliability.
You put a diesel motor in it,
I don't want a diesel motor.
and you can have all the reliability you want. You put a TDI, ALH, and live the life of comfort, performance.
Well, it wouldn't be comfortable because it's a fast motor.
So, no, they're pretty comfortable. You've been a fastback or squareback?
Squareback. Yeah.
They're pretty comfortable cars.
Yeah.
The fastback, different story. No, that's
My
not a
dad had
comfortable
one
car.
that he was trying to do up, but it was just rotting in the driveway with his money.
Yeah, they're expensive cars to fix because they're super hard to find pans for them and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, squarebacks though are pretty
How's
common.
an FJ? Where's the Land Cruiser?
I don't know. Older one though.
Tiny wants a U.
Yeah, I want to build a Jetta Ute. Actually, I want to do it soon, like very soon. Once I get the Patreon Jetta out of my driveway and my Corrado out of my driveway, that is the next build. Is either a Jetta or a GTI Ute.
The Jetta would give us more space.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as goofy. A GTI Ute would be super goofy.
I'm trying to figure out how, like, if we did the Golf Ute, you have to structurally support it more.
All of it, yeah. I would build a full on like steel like floor chassis, like tube chassis in the bottom.
Yeah.
And it would be only used to off road the crap out of it.
Or race.
Or race.
Autocross.
We could, oh, dude. So because so light,
Mm-hmm.
we'd lose all its weight.
You can go into the unlimited class for autocross, and it doesn't matter what you do. Or not the unlimited. There's a class for just time.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think you still compete against all the other people. Essentially, it's the unlimited class. We said Karmann Gias are expensive. Well, yeah,
Karmann Gias are ridiculously expensive.
they've always been expensive. Part of the reason why they're so expensive is because there's no body panels on it.
Yeah.
The car only has doors, the trunk, and hood. Those are the only body panels on the car.
Everything else has to be shaped.
It's all one piece, which is neat,
Yes.
but not
Not cheap.
not beneficial.
Yeah. Man, I would love a Karmann Kia so bad, but right now they're very, very desirable cars because it's the only car that VW makes that looks like that.
Yep.
There's no other car that Volkswagen makes that looks like a little torpedo almost,
Little submarine.
a submarine or something, whatever. Convertible Karmann Kias. Woo! Ooh, man. Another gorgeous car.
He says microbus.
Yeah, buses are dope. I love buses.
Yeah, I'd like to buy a bus and then just cut the middle out and build it back together.
No, not a short bus. Don't want that. That's dumb. They're cool to look at, but it's dumb.
Miles left.
Not bad.
Supposedly there was an accident on this road, but let's see. Basically, the only traffic knocking on all of the wood that we're going to find is LA.
Yeah, LA is going to be pretty bad. But we're going to be getting, well, we don't have to worry about prime traffic because it's the weekend.
We'll get there at about 6 or 5:30, 6 o'clock. Right after Burbank. Find the traffic.
Yeah, it's right after the Grapevine.
Yeah. Plus, anything can be convertible if you're drunk enough and have enough saw blades. It's a tiny thing.
Yeah, sounds about like that. That sounds like a perfect tiny comment.
Like we said, said dashers look cool for wagons.
Yes.
B1 side, I believe. Yeah. I just need money and space. That's all it takes.
Money and space, 100%. And that's what we're trying to do with cryptocurrency. If PincheAls Garage Crypto goes to the moon, everybody and anyone is welcome to my house to store their project car and build a project car with us. Because that's what's going to happen. That's what I want to do on my house, on my land, if it ever happens.
What is...
I know, right, Luis? I'm on the same boat. Whoa, look at that. What just happened?
Someone got while towing. Someone got while being towed. Lamborghini Espada. You know what that looks like?
I don't want to know. Probably looks like a Honda Accord too.
Lamborghini. No, the Jarama is what I was thinking about.
I don't want to be in that traffic.
That's the Lamborghini Jarama.
It looks like a Honda Accord.
There was one on Bring a Trailer.
I wouldn't bring a trailer. I'd bring a bottle of gas.
There's the Espada.
That was not that bad.
Yeah.
The other one looked like a Honda Accord.
It looks neat. It's just so neat looking. And it's so long for a two-door. Like...
Power to weight?
None.
None. Aesthetics? All.
And a 3.9 liter V12. Whack. 5-speed manual.
Made what, 300 horsepower, I hope?
Actually, no. Let's see what this is. Specs. 24 valves. Oil capacity of 14 liters. 350 horsepower.
350 horses.
Yeah, at 7,500 RPM. And
14 liters of fuel. I mean, of oil.
And it weighed 3,600 pounds. But it was a semi-monocoque, which is cool.
What does that mean?
It's a capsule. So like F1 cars, it's a monocoque.
Yeah.
It's a capsule. Everything's built into it. It's a unibody, too. Neat.
Yeah, no. Oil change alone, it's like $400.
VW Logus. That's ugly. That's ugly.
That looks like a Honda Accord.
They all do.
That does look like a Kia.
That looks like a Kia.
A Kia Rio?
Yeah. That really, the Volbeat car. Yeah, we're never going to get the Scirocco's over here. Volkswagen of America didn't want to bring the Scirocco's over because they didn't want them to compete with Golf sales.
Which is dumb.
But now that they're getting rid of the Golf, they still won't bring the Scirocco over.
They still won't.
New turkey legs, I want one.
Nah, they're never going to bring the Scirocco, ever. We're never going to get a cool car ever again in the U.S.
Nope.
Ever.
Right.
We're getting SUVs. That's what we're getting, because that's what we want, apparently.
So, Rob, they wouldn't bring the Scirocco's over because they would sell and compete with the Golf. They would compete very well with the Golf.
But think about it. You bring a car that's like, whoa, and they sell and they make money. What's wrong with that? How is that a thing?
Like if they wanted to compete with, oh gosh, who's got small cars nowadays? Nobody does.
No.
If they wanted
Toyota still makes their
and Honda.
Yeah,
Honda.
I know, but
But if
they're
they wanted to compete with Toyota, Kia, the smart cars, I guess Scion before they died, they could have brought the Polos over.
yes, or the oh my god, the Up.
Yeah, the Up would have been super good.
I want the Up so bad.
Such a cute little car.
Yeah.
Is it all electric?
No, it's all gas.
Okay. It just makes like 80 miles to the gallon.
Probably.
Because you can get a diesel, can't you?
Yes,
You can get a
and
diesel Up.
they not just released, but they released the Up GTI. Yes.
But not here.
Not here.
Because Americans don't like driving.
No.
We're not enthusiasts.
No.
Even though they have a Volkswagen of America enthusiast coordinator or
Yeah.
enthusiast director.
Which probably, we're modding all our SUVs. Apparently.
That's what we're doing.
You know? I'm racing my SUV because that's what I want to do. So dumb. Well, I'm gonna cut it short because I am running out of power. I'm at 50% and I need to save my battery life for emergencies, and I don't have a charger in the car.
Oh, yeah, mine's dead too.
So
And I'm the GPS.
and he's my GPS, and I have only about 50%. So we'll be back when we're a lot closer to home. So thank you guys for enjoying some fun conversation with us. An hour and a half worth, and I appreciate it. So thank you. You guys can see, here's the outside.
This is what we're driving through.
This is what we're driving through right now. We've already,
Nice looking dashboard.
yep. Exclude the dash, but yeah, we're outside. We're out in the middle of nowhere right now in California.
The boonies.
Boonies. Gorgeous area, man. A lot of awesome mountains and rolling hills. You guys can see that over there on the right. And we're doing 80 miles an hour. It's not bad.
Averaging at 47.
Yeah, averaging 40 miles to the gallon. So thank you again, everyone who spent their time with us talking and chit-chatting, giving us some good conversation. Because good conversation always makes the time fly.
Louis, we'll have to talk about getting my glasses back.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Just fold them up and put them in the box. Oh, an envelope, just a paper envelope, one of those little 50-cent ones. Just grab a hammer,
Thanks.
fold them down nice and straight,
Run
flat.
them through a shredder.
Yeah. Make them fit. Just make them fit.
Richard said safe travels. May we meet again.
Yes. All right, guys. Again, have a good one. Be safe. And we'll see you guys soon. We'll give you guys an update when we get closer. Peace out.
Ford race car. Actual race team.
Hit the X up there.
Yes, I want to stop.